Well, welcome to Drakkenheim. Our heroes have successfully ventured into the outer city to recover some delirium from the ruins. On the way, they were intercepted by a rival adventuring party, survived a harpy attack, survived being pursued by a pack of ravenous. Uh, well, they're called Garmir in this setting, but essentially gnolls chasing after them in the wards, pushing our heroes to their limits. But they have returned to Emberwood Village, a little bedraggled, but with some delirium in their pocket. They ate and drank well that night, as guests at the Bark and Buzzard, but now a new day dawns on the edge of Drakkenheim, and they must find a way to make connections, sell potentially their delirium, and figure out what's next in store for them. And who will they befriend? Who might they betray? And so this is something started off. So I will say it is morning. You guys have woken up. Let's say that you've come out of your rooms that you have hired, and you've made your way to the Bark and Buzzard for breakfast. Let's say, Doctor, are you there too? Have you come from your clinic?
Yeah. I've come from my clinic
Right.
ready for some party breakfast.
Alright. So a hippo, a monk, a plague doctor, a budding wizard, and a angry halfling show up in the Bark and Buzzard together. What do you guys discuss? What are your plans for the day?
Alright, folks, I think we should get some prices and see if we can offload a bit of the delirium. What do you think, Lot?
I agree. I don't want to hold on to this too long.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but are we going to divvy up between ourselves, or how are we going to do that?
I think we should. I think we should divvy it up the 5-way. Any opposition to it then?
I mean, I think it'd be more beneficial to sell it first because we might get a better price
Sure.
all together and then split the
together?
gold.
I agree.
Sounds good. All right.
Alright, before you guys pool the delirium and sell it in bulk, does anybody want to hold on to a piece of this raw material?
I definitely want to hold on to one piece.
I
I gotta
would.
study it.
I would also like to hold on to one piece. Same with dear Phoebe over here. I too want to study its properties.
So, are you both going to take a chip or a fragment? A fragment is larger and worth 10 times the amount of a chip.
If it's all right with the group, I would like a fragment, at least.
All right, Doc. You want a fragment for yourself. How about we just see how much a fragment and all this other goes for, and maybe you could pay the group your share.
Well, seeing as the good doctor has healed a number of us, I believe it is actually quite fair for him to have a larger share.
If that is how you feel.
I support
Against
that.
it.
My thanks, you all.
Do you want a chip or a fragment?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm good with a fragment. This is just the first round of investigation, so.
Wait,
Fragment's the big one.
Fragments are the bigger.
Oh, never mind. Chip.
Chip.
Chip. I'm still learning
Okay.
all the verbiage here.
Alright, so we'll
This is
say
such a
that,
weird town.
we'll say that a fragment goes to the doctor, a chip goes to Phoebe, leaving you guys with 2 fragments and 8 chips. Is that fair?
That sounds alright to me.
Okay, so you've got 2 fragments and 8 chips.
Alright, Doc. Where do you think we'll get the best price?
My memory tends to serve me well. Usually the caravans are where you can find people wanting these delirium chips. I would say that would be the best place for you all to find a fair, I guess a fair wage.
So
Alright.
you guys do know from your tour around town previously that Fairweather Trades and Exports, manned by Orson Fairweather, he's one of the buyers of delirium. But when you spoke with Aldor the Immense, he also mentioned he could maybe cut some deals with delirium as well. Both of whom parked their carts at the caravan.
Alright.
And before you guys jump in too much further, I do want to let you recollect the experience that you had the previous night. None of you had an entirely restless sleep, returning from your first foray into the haze, suffering some of its effects. Phoebe, as you tossed and turned, you had a dream that you were studying, a script that was very difficult to you. The words rearranged themselves, and suddenly all seemed clear when a hand clutched at the book. You said no, and turned around and saw one of your former colleagues, but her mouth gaped open, her eyes the purple of delirium, her cheeks wrought with delirium crystal, and she went, and you woke up.
Kind of
Art-
serves her right, honestly.
Artio, you also had a vision in your, or not a vision, but a dream. In your dream, you're walking down the empty streets of Drakkenheim by yourself. When you turn behind you, and you see a large gnoll standing with a longbow, licking its chops and kind of laughing behind its gray hair. As it shoots an arrow straight at you, piercing your side straight through. You realize it is also attached to a rope, and he begins pulling you in. And he's snickering and laughing. Suddenly you change shape and adopt the manner of a giant bear, and you rip it out. But then you hear the howls and cackling of more and more surrounding you. You wake up in a sweat. Horace! You have a flashback to that fight against the harpies as you're trying to climb onto the roof, and you see Betty get taken away by the harpies. You're suddenly filled with this fury, and you take your great club and you hurl it, spin it flying at the harpy, and you knock one of them clear out of the air. The other one, under the weight of Betty, falls and struggles. They all collapse to the ground. You hop off, and in a blink of an eye are there, taking your fists and with each pounding, breaking bones of the harpies as if they're chicken wings. You wake up from that. Doctor! You have a vision or dream that you're working in your laboratory, you're working in your study, in your office. You're trying to, concoct a new kind of medicine. You feel your hands start to shake. Your hands go numb. You're like, what? Why isn't this working? You pull off a glove and you tilt it over, and out comes the powdered remains of your fingers. You hold up a stub that's crackling and sizzling with purple flame. You're like, ah! But then your tongue falls out of your mouth. And then you feel your face covered over in scales. Next thing you know, you're slumping over as one of your legs has turned into a tentacled mass. And you wake up suddenly. Of all of those characters who spent that night, only Layla had a halfway decent dream, having set up her dream catcher and done her devotion for old God. She envisioned a firefly flitting around. She followed it. Out of Emberwood Village, down towards the city, where she stopped as the firefly lit upon one of 7 giant stones down the road. A little hut behind it, smoke rising from a crackling hearth inside. You have this overwhelming sense of belonging and peace. And then you wake up. So, just want to let you guys know, this is what happened that previous night before you begin your day. Anyways, now that you guys have discussed the delirium, a hearty breakfast of eggs and potatoes, what are you off to do?
How about we try to go and get our pay from all this delirium? Let's go down to the caravan.
I wish you good luck on that. I do have another matter to attend to back at my clinic. I will join you there as soon as I can, though, and see how well you fared.
Alright, Phoebe, Layla, you going along?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so you guys make your way to the caravan park. Who do you go to first? The Fairweather Trades and Exports or Aldor the Events?
Fairweather. We're gonna try our lot.
You guys make your way to Orson, where he's a stout man with a heavily scarred and aged face. Says, Alright, you lot want to cut a deal?
Yeah, we got, and tell me if I'm right, DM, 2 fragments and 8 chips.
Let me see the lot.
And I'm gonna show it to him.
He kind of looks it over, takes a gloved hand and examines it. Takes a little magnifying glass. Alright, they don't look inert. Okay, for the lot, I'll give you 140 gold.
I'm gonna ask our party. So, what do you think about this price? Should we try and see what the other would do, or do we just feel good taking it, you know?
We always gotta haggle a little bit. I mean, we died trying to get it.
Does anyone know the actual going rate?
Maybe that's something we should have asked the doctor.
That's probably would have
He
been
just
a good
kind
idea.
of walked off.
So, let's see here. Who would be moderately aware of this? I don't know if any of you would be moderately aware of the actual price that goes for delirium outside of Berkeley. Go ahead and, since you started this, Horace, why don't you make an insight check?
Alright.
And any other person who wants to jump in with an insight check can do so as well.
I use guidance on him.
Sure.
Alright, I cast guidance on you.
What does guidance do?
You get to roll
Add
a
a
d4 and add it to it.
Okay. Where are you, little D4? Boom.
My insight was a 19.
Alright,
Okay.
I probably use hers.
23.
You're not even here.
Yeah, you're not even there. And also, we can't hear you, RTO. You're muted if you've been speaking to us. Alright. So what you can perceive, at least from the way in which he's negotiating this deal, is that, yeah, he's lowballing you, because obviously he's interested in selling it and making a profit on it. You know that this is not the going rate outside of it. But you also sense, too, that this is a man who probably won't budge on his price.
Alright. I'll be like, alright then. Thank you. We're gonna try to see, around, but thank you for your offer.
Now hold up a second.
Yeah.
But there's no better price than what I have. So take your this is my deal now, but can't promise it won't be less.
Well,
Well, if there's
that's unfortunate. Party wants to, check around, so
and if
guess we'll just
there's
have
no
to.
better price, then it's not going to harm you any for us to walk around.
Yeah, you just insulted me, that's all. Alright, carry on.
I'm sorry. And then we're gonna take the delirium, and we're going to go to the next purveyor.
Alright. You guys know that Aldor that he would, and Aldor's got his shop set up. He's an enormous man. The giant caravan, 2 steel-skinned oxen exhaling green flames, massive fancy clothes, and a feathered cap. And he greets you all warmly.
Hello, hello. We're just trying to sell some delirium that we have. We've got 2 fragments and 8 chips.
Well, is that so? I can give you a deal.
Alright.
I tell you what. My price is no better than any other merchants here, unless you're interested in stock. I am, of course, a purveyor of magical items and potions. Otherwise, my rate is 5 gold pieces a chip, 50 gold pieces a fragment. That comes out to 140 gold pieces. Otherwise, I'll go up to 7 and 7D if you're interested in stock. It's a trade.
Alright.
Horace.
Yeah.
He's got health potions and magic things. It might be worth it.
Alright. So here's the thing. Health potions. Do we know anything else that we might want or need? Some kind of equipment that helps us in battle?
Look, I got what you need. Health potions, health scrolls. I even have a few magic items in my possession. And yeah, take a look at this one. He takes out of his pocket a pen. There's an emerald tip to it. Right here, you can make any kind of magical script happen, just like that. You will. I've got this and other little curiosities.
What do you think, Layla?
Well, I mean, if it's all right with you, sir, if we could maybe browse your wares a little bit before making a hard decision.
And he assents to that. What would you like to see first? Would you like to know what spell scrolls he has, what potions, what magic items?
I'm curious.
You guys should look for some healing potions. I think, seeing that we barely got away with our lives, I think it's good for each one of us to carry an item so that we don't always need to rely on the good doctor. He can't be everywhere at the same time.
I suppose that would be helpful, especially if, one of us runs off from battle.
Alright. So some potions. Some stuff that will help us in battle.
He says, well, based on how much delirium you have, I can offer you 1 potion of healing for a fragment and 4 chips. Or get a little discount for you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the price one more time? I got
1
distracted.
fragment and 4 chips to be a healing. Wait, that. Yeah, so it's the whole lot of what you got. I'll give you 2 healing potions.
Really quick, DM. Those are the only 2 purveyors that we have in town, right? Or in the caravan, right? Or they're the big ones?
Yeah, there's not many people who are going to be wanting to buy delirium in bulk.
Okay.
Not many. However,
And-
as you guys are haggling with Aldor,
Yes.
another individual kind of blinks by, looking you guys over. And you do notice this, because she's not a usual character in the setting here of Everwood Village. It's a tiefling. A short woman, late 20s perhaps, practical professional attire, hip-length purple jacket, high collar, several pouches and pockets, 5 rings on her right hand, and she's got this flowing blue hair that extends behind her 2 horns. She kind of listening in on this conversation about your delirium. Just not making herself secret or anything either. Just kind of standing there.
She's very much like enthralled with our party and what we're doing, right?
I wouldn't say enthralled, more of just present, observing.
About how old?
Late 20s. Yeah, 2 oddly shaped dark brown horns brought backwards from her flowing blue hair, which gives the impression of 2 boats at sea.
Well, so the thing that he's giving, how much are the potions usually? The health potions?
His price is 200 gold. So what he has offered you
It's
is
actually pretty.
essentially slight discount, because he said he'll offer 7 gold in store credit per chip and 7 for that. So essentially times 5, that's 35, times 2, that's 50. So he gave you, for what you have is 185 worth of store credit, and he's giving you 200 product, if that makes sense. Or the
Yeah.
185 of what he'd offered. So he's actually giving you a slight discount of about, I don't do math, but it's not. It's like a slightly over to 10. No, just under 10%. Like probably around 8% discount on these 2 healing potions, by taking the whole lot of your delirium and exchanging it for your 2 heal potions.
I nod at the tiefling. Just gonna try to make eye contact. I'm just gonna almost well met
I look at
kinsman
you.
kind of nod.
Okay.
He just
All
looks
right.
at you like,
Oh goodness.
Um,
All right. So I'm gonna be like, what do you think, Lot? Do you think 2 potions is good for it all? I mean, it's
You can
make a
always
start.
get more.
Right.
Aldor says, "Look, why don't you take these healing potions and go earn yourself some more delirium? We'll talk bigger items next. How to survive."
All right. Like I hate haggling. My horse does not like haggling. So since nobody's saying anything, I'm just gonna take the deal.
We're all
You've got-
clueless, I think.
All right. He
All
relieves
clueless.
you of your delirium. You hand over the fragments and the chips that weren't handed over already. You now have 2 healing potions of healing, in your inventory.
Okay. So
Ba-da-da-dum.
yeah. So we did that. So okay.
And as you guys make the exchange, the tiefling looks over, says, "You guys didn't find a delirium crystal, did you?"
Nope. Just a fragment and some chips.
Very well. We see lots of delirium hunters come into Emberwood Village, and just want to extend the offer that the Amethyst Academy is willing to pay 1,250 gold pieces for an intact and still potent delirium crystal. It's going to be bigger than those fragments you have there.
Right.
Yes.
Amethyst
You-
Academy?
Yes, I am a member of the Amethyst Academy. And it is our goal to seek out the ruins for magical anomalies and learn to harness the power of this delirium. It has the most interesting properties. There's certain arcane anomalies, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. We used to have our headquarters in the Inscrutable Tower. Of course, we cannot operate it at the moment. That would be be a workplace hazard, so to speak. But nevertheless, we're experimenting, and so we'd like that crystal if you can garner one for us. The going rate around here is much less, I would say. We'll pay top dollar for this use
I'm sorry,
by our scientists.
I didn't catch your name.
My name is River, and I work directly with Eldrick, Runeweaver, the Amethyst Academy Director of Operations here.
You work directly with the director?
Yes, indeed. So,
All right.
I will give you a piece of advice. For to find a delirium crystal intact, you want to find a place that probably was demolished during the initial impact of the meteor. So, the dwarves at Star, who have been mining, unfortunately have an exclusive contract with others in town. They have not been able to procure a crystal that we at the Amethyst Academy can obtain. That's why we need to look for people like yourselves to help us. We're paying even better for it. So, if you can find one such item in your journeys, just bring it our way first. Just FYI, and you'll get a much better deal than you get from these hagglers.
We will definitely do that.
Excellent. Remind me again, Phoebe, are you wearing anything of any magical implement? Was there anything that would betray that you're a magician of any sort?
I am not wearing anything
Okay.
that
With
would
that,
display it.
she
Okay.
does not want nor plan to linger long. She kind of gives you a curt nod and sets off back in the direction, actually, of the Red Lion. We cannot hear you, Artio.
You are muted.
I am so sorry. Artio talks to Horace and says, Horace, you should hand at least one of those healing potions over to Phoebe.
Alright,
She seems to need them more than anyone else.
I think both of you need it, a tank and, our resident troublemaker. So,
Oh,
I'm gonna hand,
don't worry about me. I do not need a healing potion.
Give it to him anyway. He likes to contradict himself every 5 minutes, don't worry.
And I think I give one to Phoebe, and then I'm also taking damage, and I run into the things just hold on to it, If you don't need it, then what will you see?
You should, Horace. You should. Hold on to this.
Don't die on us, big fella.
Hey, thanks.
Right. Don't you die on us either.
Close call, but
I do think we need some sort of strategy, battle plan the next time we go in.
Now, here's the thing. We need the buddy system. Everybody needs to pick a buddy. So, you're responsible for this buddy in battle. So, keep an eye on them. Make sure they follow you. And when you go out.
5 of us. So.
Well, I get that. So, that means somebody's going to have to double up.
I actually do work best alone. I know you guys are saying that I almost died, and that's true, but it seems like it's been better than the alternative, in my personal experience.
Well, we
Do
can
you want
always
me
try to wing it.
to let you finish off the husks yourself? But what do you mean when work alone?
Like when we're out harvesting more delirium.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm sensing some judgment over here.
Just curious. You do want backup when attacked, or
Historically, all I'm saying is historically, I have worked best on my own. I'm not saying that I won't accept help. I'm just saying.
Right. Okay. Well, how about this? The doc goes with our ill-fated Phoebe, so she doesn't perish a little too sooner. And then one of us, whether me or Artio, go with you, Layla. And then the other one is the distraction. Goes into the whole fray, takes all the damage, and team essentially 2 would be the flank. You know? Just normal hunting.
I mean, that's
theory.
actually not a terrible. That's not a terrible plan.
I'm good with that.
Alright.
I will
Well,
bounce around on the battlefield wherever I see my skills are needed the most.
Alright then. Well, with that in mind, we've got our potions. How about we find the doctor and see where we want to go from here?
Alright. If you guys want to make your way over to his clinic, anybody who doesn't?
No. Wait, where's his
Okay.
clinic? Oh, Dr.
Yeah, right on the other side of the chapel.
So I'd like to go visit the old woman, old religion person.
Oh, are you going to make your way down the path to the shrine of the old gods?
Yes, at some point in the day. Yes.
Okay, you just let us know. I mean, would you rather do that than go to the clinic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be like, all right, catch you guys later. Can explore a little bit.
Right.
As you guys split up, the group of you pass the chapel of Saint Ardena, and you notice a heavily clad knight, galloping into town. You see this individual upon it, a woman bearing plate mail here, silver plate with gold filigree, a flowing white tabard, and on her shield slung over her back, there's a flaming chalice. Which, let's see here, to somebody who would be knowledgeable, I would say that would be at least Layla and Phoebe would recognize this. She is a knight of the Silver Order, and she kind of hops off her horse in front of the chapel, kind of regards the environment of Emberwood Village with a certain disgust, and storms into the chapel. So just, you notice this. The first individual you've witnessed here that has borne the insignia of the Knights of the Silver Order. Meanwhile, you guys make your way to Dr. Renara's humble clinic. Doctor, party has arrived at your waiting room. And everybody, what do you do?
Artio walking in there, seeing the doctor, saying, "Doc, I promised you that blood for saving me out there and healing me up. I'm ready when you are."
Wonderful. Go ahead and take a seat. I'll just finish up here with, and you'll see Bertha. I believe that was the person that was down.
Yep.
Yeah. Bertha resting in one of the makeshift kind of like station beds, and I'm hooking up kind of like a archaic archaic like blood transfusion type deal, where there's a vial of blood hanging up, a tube going down, and I'm sticking the needle into your arm. You're like, one transfusion every couple days. We should see the side effects wane off. I'll say to her.
Bertha just seems a little bit out of it. And Alyssa is kind of grunting.
So after I hook that up, I'll head over to my giant hippo friend, Artio, and I'll start drawing blood. I'm not sure how much I can take from somebody of your stature, I guess species, but we'll go with one vial. Sound good?
That sounds good. It actually hurts less than I thought it did.
Oh, good. I am a professional, after all.
Boris made it seem horrible.
The smaller species, smaller veins. Yours, relatively easy to find.
I see. That's why you're the doctor. I did not think of that. But good to know for the future when we're facing bigger foes.
Yeah. Easier to hit a vital, well, it all depends on mass of, I guess, flesh behind vital organs, but yeah, about the same. And so,
Are you calling me fat?
No, dear friend. I was talking about if we ever face monstrosities. You've seen the beginning of transformation of that one person. Saw how much added flesh in that tendril that was added.
I guess they can get really chunky.
Yeah, that is one way to put it, yes. And done. You got one vial of blood. I shall get those test results to you as soon as I can.
Artio leans over to the doctor and whispers, "But I would appreciate if you don't share your findings with everyone in our group yet. Maybe we can talk about them in private once you have your results."
Of course. Patient-doctor confidentiality is key.
Much appreciated, Doctor.
Anytime. And I'll hand this over to the nurse, Jenny, and have her take it to the back room.
Okay. And she does that for you.
Artio walks back out of the little room and joins with the rest.
No, they all saw that, like, it's one giant room, and there was, like, maybe a white curtain.
They all saw what?
There's not really that much privacy here.
With that, I'm going to transition now to Layla. I just followed a path outside of Emberwood Village, meandering, and still a barren landscape, but you come across this field of where 7 stones are erected in a circle, and there's appears to be a ancient shrine resting within a small grove of dying trees on the outskirts of town. You do notice a little crude old hut lying off the beaten path nearby the site. What would you like to do?
I mean, I feel like this is connected to my dream. Does it look like the same?
It looks familiar. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It looks like what you had perceived in your dream.
And in my dream, the firefly had lit upon one of those stones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to approach the one that would have been sat upon by the firefly.
You notice that as you draw closer, the stones are inscribed with legends pertaining to the primordial gods. The particular one your firefly lighted on was the one devoted to the goddess Fantasia.
Is there like a, is there an offering spot, or is this is just the tales?
There is an altar in the center of these standing stones, where you see there that it's adorned with various animal bones, plants, and candles that appear to be somewhat maintained. Like, it doesn't look like it's completely decrepit, but like there appears to be somebody at least keeping the shrine maintained.
Okay. I don't know, but Layla would know like the particulars of like a offering. So I don't know if like it's burning some lavender or something.
Yeah,
Shrine.
that would be the case here. With
Okay.
burning lavender, the favored scent of the goddess.
Okay. I just like to kind of like I guess kneel and pray in a sense of I don't know, like gratitude and guidance.
As you do this pious action, you hear a voice. So you too reverence the gods of old. You turn around and there is an elderly human standing outside of the hut.
I'll finish my prayer and then go greet her.
And as you greet her, she welcomes you. She introduces herself as Zoya. My name is Zoya. I am keeper of the shrine. It protects Emberwood Village from these dark.
I am a worshipper of Fantasia. Fantasia. I did not say that correctly. I'm so sorry. Fantasia.
I bet it was Fantasia who drew you to this shrine. We of all the old gods take care of her. But here we make no designation. All worshippers of the primordial gods are welcome. I've had enough of those keepers of the sacred flame with their newfangled mysteries upon.
I just saw one of their knights. Oh, never mind. That's a different one. Silver Order?
The Silver Order is the militant branch of the sacred flame.
Gotcha. Okay. It's just kind of comment. Yeah, I just saw one of the knights, the Silver Order, come up to the chapel in town. It seemed to cause a lot of conflict.
Oh, and indeed. Nothing good could come of the sacred flame once it is lit. But we must guard the faith, child. And she lets you know that as keeper of the shrine here, and because you are a faithful adherent to those primordial gods, she's willing to do some things for you. Of course, for a modest price or sum. She's willing to cast any kind of druid spell up to 3rd level, plus the cost of any kind of material components for you. So if you think of any druid spells you would need, she also says, I know how to keep that contamination at bay that we go into, find themselves subject to by the haze. I can purge it from them. And also, she does brew potions of healing and has those in stock each week, which she sells for half the price of outdoor the events.
So for 50 gold instead of 100?
Yep, so she'll sell them to 50 gold or the equivalent in gems or relics. She'll accept relics, gems, and coin. And if you pay her in advance, once per day she can create a potion of greater healing for triple the price of a potion.
Okay.
But
So
normally she just keeps some normal potions of healing on hand. The weekly brew.
Okay.
So who lets you know
Oh,
this? And the wafted scent of herbs and of her potions kind of comes over you, as you know that she's probably in the process of doing one such thing right now.
okay. Um, how how do you keep the contamination at bay? That is one of the biggest struggles of entering Drakkenheim.
The gods told me, you know their ways are mysterious, but I saw follower afflicted, putrid contamination. It is as if my hands knew what they were doing, and my voice could speak the word. It is not an easy spell, nor a light one. It often leaves the subject completely exhausted and weary. Contamination takes its toll. The cure is oftentimes not better than the contamination itself, but if it goes too far, it's irrecoverable. You cannot recover.
Okay. Thank you. I will keep that in mind.
Gods preserve you, dearie.
And also you.
She returns to her hut.
Okay. Well, I'd like to spend like a little time meditating in that area
Yes, you may.
before returning to the town. Maybe like an hour?
Next. Yeah, I'll give you an hour of meditation.
Okay.
And for this sojourn, this mini pilgrimage, you may also, at the conclusion of your meditation, gain inspiration.
Ooh, okay. Cool.
All right, let's turn back to our crew at the doc's house. Are you guys going to exit the doctor's clinic? Do you have a plan? What would you like to do next?
Well, Doc, do you know when you'll be finished up here?
Ah, Bertha was the last patient that I had to see. Very important that I started the transfusions now.
All right, all
Um,
right.
Other than that, I'm all set to go where you need. Were you able to get what you needed at the uh,
Yes, we were
right?
able to get, 2 healing potions. We got a little lowballed, but you know what? We can always go back in. And that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to get the party together again, and maybe this time we can, search for a little more. Hopefully, not get picked on by a bunch of scalpers. That was a pain having to fight that. We could have gone on doubly if we didn't have to deal with them. So, what you say, Doc?
Uh,
Back in we
yeah,
go.
we could do that. I was also interested in what that fellow said.
Thank
The one that looked like he was, I guess you could say, wealthy, if that was a thing now. Um,
Well, I'll give you guys a recap really quick. I realized I was missing from my recap that that night, Anselm, Ansolm,
Handsome
Lang,
Lang.
Anselm. Well, okay, to Layla, he's handsome Lang. Um, he showed up at the Bark and Buzzard, and having heard of your exploits in Drakkenheim, offered you an opportunity to go recover the cloak and belongings, like the pendant of a nobleman who had joined the Hooded Lanterns and had perished in the hands of the Ratlings. And he knew that he had been taken into their burrow the Rat's Nest Tavern, ironically, is where they ended up, and he wants to recover those items, and also offered a bounty on the head of the Rat King, whoever's their leader. He's like, if you kill the king, the rest escape. So the Hooded Lanterns would fund that at the cost of 1,000 gold for the Rat King's head, and then he also offered 250 gold for the return of both the cloak and the pendant.
Alright, well.
So just remember...
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, go for it.
Artio will point out to the group that he thinks, guys, I think what that guy in the armor talked to us last night, I think we're not ready for that yet. We just got 140 for this delirium that we got out, and just judging by that value, the perils that await us in the Rat's Nest will be about 10 times more difficult, and I don't think we're ready for that. But what I'm thinking of is I really hated our run-in with those hyena gnoll beasts on the way back. It can't happen to us every single time when we make our way out of the city that we get ambushed or potentially get ambushed by those furry beasts. I think we should focus on clearing a easier path into the city.
Alright,
We're
alright.
wanting to fight an even bigger beast than a rat.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, those gnolls didn't look that big to me.
I can see how that would be for you, but for Horace here, they must have been monsters.
Calm down there. Calm
Oh.
down.
Just
Anyways,
FYI,
You're right,
you
Doctor.
guys had made
I
your way
apologize. You
up
don't need to
Champion
fear
Way.
Horace.
Where we can figure all that out. I don't mind going back in and showing you the way. Maybe we can get on a bigger, vein of delirium. Where is Layla?
she went off to, some funny little.
I said explore the
magic thing.
town.
Yeah, explore the town. She went to go explore. It's whatever,
Alright, well, once she's back, we can head out in there. What time is it about?
Oh, it's still morning.
yeah.
It's morning. Yep, okay.
then.
Yeah, I would say we do another run-in or another run for delirium. I do
Yep.
need to.
Let's excavate and let's find Layla. Get on the job then.
All
I
right.
do need
As
to
you...
find more. Right.
No. What do you need to find, Doctor?
I do need to find more, delirium or means of purchasing more medical supplies. I believe I have a good full set for this next outing, but then I'll be low. And if we can find, again, more delirium to help further my research, that would be great as well. So.
All right.
It's okay.
As you guys exit the doctor's clinic, you notice that there is an individual outside waiting for you. A shorter human. He's scowling, kind of whittling a stick.
Oh God.
And he's got this rocking this blonde bowl cut here, and he's got an eye patch. And he says, "Hey, Jack Mel is looking for you. He wants to speak with you."
All right then.
To speak with all of us?
That's right, Doctor. You and your new friends.
Sure. We're all accounted for, so we can go now.
So he just kind of nods, continues whittling. And you guys know that Blackjack Mel, at least you, Doctor, know that he is the skull Sorry, Skull and Sword. Sword and Skull. The Skull and Sword Tap House.
Alright.
That's where he kind of hangs out there. You're familiar with him. Is that something you guys want to do, or do you want to ignore the summons? How are you feeling?
I mean, it's early morning. See what he has to say, and we can decline what he wants, when we hear him out. Or take the job and say, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Y'all are wild.
Listen, it's another job. I'm not going to join his crew, but if he wants some odd jobs.
Some creepy man with an eye patch meets us outside and is like, hey, I know a guy who wants to talk to you. It's a little weird.
Listen, job
I'm
recruiters
with
come
Phoebe
in
on this
all
one.
appearances, right?
Which
I
We're
don't know.
burning daylight as is.
in more in a
What is that obsession with talk?
I'm just going on record saying nothing good is gonna come from this conversation, that's all. You guys want to go talk to the weirdo man who summoned us? I will come along. I just think it's
and in a hushed tone more like
strange.
is also why at least I tried to mislead them in saying that we are all here. Better to have them think we're all in one place and having than having them
Just
out
check.
looking for one of us.
Alright, well,
You think they're gonna come looking for us?
Well,
Doctor-
you said yourself, someone with an eye patch asking for a summons may not be the right type of crowd we want to affiliate with.
well, you know what, Doc? You're the one that knows the town best, so you're the one that knows how much danger we're not in or are in with, so...
I'll give this advice to everybody. Everyone here is dangerous in their own accord.
Great.
Does that include you, Doctor?
But of course, I'm the doctor. I help as much as I can.
God.
Doctor,
Are we there
how,
yet?
how privy are you to the factions in Drakkenheim and the kind of comings and goings of the various factions and things? Do you think you're a more oblivious kind of doctor, you're focused on your research, or are you relatively well acquainted with the comings and goings and people, the occupants of Emberwood Village?
I wouldn't say like I know everything about different factions, but I do keep tabs on those, records that I keep or that I treat, and do list down at least which factions they are with.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20, Doc.
Okay. Let me do the skull dice. Let's go. 11.
11. Okay. You're racking your brain. You're like, blackjack, no, blackjack, no. And you realized that you helped set a broken bone of his once. And he very clearly, now that you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, he was the first one I encountered who had expressed loyalty to the Queen of Thieves, the Queen's men. So this particular individual, you suddenly realize, is a member of the Queen's men, and has somehow, or some way, wanted to talk to this group that is now associated with you. You've never had run-ins with them professionally in the past, so this is a brand new kind of...
It's very. I'll convey this as we walk with them. Just what general knowledge I know of who this person, like basically what you convey, who this person is, what faction they are affiliated with. But other than that, I don't know much. But if he is the foremost liaison of the Queen's men, I do not think
you
it's
don't know if
wise.
the foremost liaison. You just know he's acquainted.
Right. Well, at least in this town.
Okay.
I do not think it's wise to not need a summons from them. So let's go.
Wait, Artio, we didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I don't like that whole thing. We've been summoned more than I can count and remember being summoned in the last few years. Everyone seems to want something from us, but no one is willing to give us concrete context. I think we should continue making a name for ourselves to get in with the big fish and not those little fish.
Alright, it looks like Doctor and Artio are split. Phoebe, which side are you leaning towards? And also Horace, what side are you leaning towards?
What
I
do you
definitely
mean?
don't want to go, but I trust you, Doctor, so if you're saying it's better just to confront this man now instead of having him on our case trying to hunt us down, I trust it.
I'm about doing the summer homework in the first week, so I'm down.
What?
Artio, it looks like the party is leaning towards the Doctor, much to your disgust.
Do I notice, or RTO? Do you? Okay. Is the guy still there with the eye patch?
Oh, he's still there. He's silent. He's just he's whittling away, just watching them. With one eye.
What was your name again?
Lars.
Lars. Please tell Mr. Jack that I will personally accompany him or go to him later tonight. We do have a prior engagement, though. My friend here, he needs to do something inner city. If that would be okay with Jack, again, I'll meet with him later tonight.
Lars, without missing a beat on his whittling. It's urgent.
I'll turn back to friend. Artio, I know you do not want to go. If the party would like to go with you, I'm sure you guys could find a way in. I'll catch up to you as soon as I can.
Here, Doctor. So far, you've been nothing but reasonable and shown that you know your way around. If you really think this is important for us, I will come with you. But I would very much appreciate your support in my idea of clearing out the gnolls sooner than later to make our passage into the city safer.
That may be... Yeah. Alright. If we can go find out what Jack...
Not
wants.
now, but eventually.
Alright,
Of
so
course. You'll have my support in
And let's go.
And we'll head out. And we're walking.
Okay. You guys make your way over to the Skull and Sword Tap House. You enter into this dingy saloon, where a jawless skull is impaled on a rusty sword embedded beside the main doors. Doctor, do you participate in the tradition to make a macabre greeting to the skull on your way into the bar, as you know this to be a local custom?
No.
So you just walk
I
in.
am the skull at this point with my with my mask on.
Yeah. Doctor, you're you're entering the doors of this establishment reluctantly, realizing that yes, you've treated Minnie a broken tooth or jaw or other kind of injuries from fights that have broken out here multiple times. But at this time of the morning, the place is silent. There's one man slumped over his liquor, somebody else cleaning a table, and he looks up as you guys enter in, kind of gives a nod towards the back corner, where you see a few people in a booth. In the back tables. Blackjack Mel is back there.
Alright.
So you guys make your way over there through this stinky place, and he looks up to you. Says, "Hi, welcome, Doctor. Glad you could make it. And you moved."
Yeah. When someone such as yourself summons me, it's usually for something important. Assuming you aren't going to waste my valuable time.
To the point! I like it, Doctor. And you guys take a look over Blackjack Mill. Let's find out how he looks. Here we go. The short, scrawny man in his late 30s with a funny-looking but clean-shaven mug and greasy, slicked-back hair. Got a black padded jacket on and buckled slacks. That looked distinguished at first, his outfit, but upon closer inspection was a little shabby and worn. Just listen. I know who visited you last night. I know the Hood Lanterns are trying to recover one of their own out of the Rat's Nest Tavern. I have it from the Queen herself. That she would rather procure the cloak and pendant of that man than let it return back to the Hooded Lanterns in their own scheme.
Did she say or offer a reason why she would want it more than the faction that it's from?
Who can search the Queen's methods or reasoning? She has her own motives. Here's what you need to know, though. Take whatever price the Hooded Lanterns have placed on the recovery of that. We'll add 50 gold more to it. So, what'd they tell you?
They asked
Yeah.
for 1,200.
Lie. Actually, 1,250. Oh.
Well, actually, okay. I'm gonna. If it was actually 12, I'm gonna.
1,250.
Add
1,250.
add-
1250 for
Well, I
the
was gonna
boots
add
I'm
another
not there.
1,000 on it.
for a man's boots. Oh, sorry, a man's cloak and
Well,
his pendant. 1,250 gold.
Horace is adding
No.
to that.
Yeah, 13. I
No.
say 13. So like I know the price, but I'm gonna add more. Like I'm trying to extort from him, but unknowingly, I'm lying.
Yeah, make a deception.
Okay.
It wasn't 1250 for just that. It was 1,000 for the rat head.
All right. I got a 18.
Oh my gosh.
An 18.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's like, well, we ain't paying 1,300 for it. The most I could have offered you is 300 gold for the recovery of the cloak. But you know what? Hell, you just get the cloak for us. Pay 300 for just the cloak. You can keep whatever dainty pendant this guy was having.
So
300
Horace,
for the-
that is 50 above. Sorry. So yeah, 250 for the cloak, and then the
Oh, I
1,000
thought it
is
was
to
like
kill the
30.
Rat King. I
Oh,
added it
1,000
all
to-
together.
Oh, okay. All right. That's
Sorry,
fine.
that's my bad.
Do you guys explain that to him?
Now I'm just letting Horace know.
In front
Yeah,
of him?
no,
I'm not there. I'm letting Kevin know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm explaining that to him. I'm like, no.
It's a very hush hush
king.
on the side conversation, and it's
Thousands for the
fine.
All right. So your offer is all right. So when we do end up going in there, I'll keep that in mind then.
Do keep it in
on.
mind.
He doesn't speak for all of us.
You guys definitely piqued the interest when we heard that you fought off husks, escaped harpies, and the Gnoll, and took on a rival adventuring party at the same time. Word travels fast. So, you best know who your friends are.
Indeed.
You want to side with the lanterns? Alright. I'm not going to look out for you like the Queen's been one. I'll tell you this as well. You want to work with us. You want our protection. You don't want to encounter people constantly, running in your lane, trying to take your territory, trying to rough you up. Why don't you go ahead and ask the Queen for her protection? Just deliver 100 gold to the well in Buckle Down Row, and you'll be counted square. You'll be one of us.
But Jack, you just said that the word travels quickly of what we do to rival gangs that try to impede
Oh my
on our
god.
goals.
So that's why we don't want to mess with you too much. We offer you protection. Nobody's going to make the mistake of running into you if they're from our crew. Alright? And we'll be looking out for you. Just deliver 100 gold to that well in Buckle Down Row. You meet some of our associates. I'm telling you, Queen insists on having that cloak. Her, and not the lantern.
Just
It's
the cloak?
it's a beautiful cloak. Plus, it's got the Hooded Lantern's insignia on it. Be nice.
As always,
Take
Jack,
it to
we'll
Shin,
see what.
but- What's
As
up,
always,
Doc?
we'll see what we can do with that. We'll talk amongst ourselves, and once we get it, we will. I'm sure you'll be seeing us soon after that.
I have it no other way.
Was that the only business you wanted from us?
At the moment. I will say, though, if you prove yourselves trustworthy in this endeavor, there'll be more opportunities for partnership in the future.
Alright.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
I seem to have scratched a leg of yours back then, too.
Right.
That's right, Doctor. I don't forget it. That's why I gave this opportunity to you guys. Time is of the essence, though. You think you're the only ones the Hooded Lanterns have saddled with this? I'd make sure that within the week you try to make your way over there before other adventurers try to claim it for themselves. Right now, our boys are called off to make room for you guys to take people.
Alright.
If you can give us more information on what we are to expect, that would be greatly appreciated, and greatly, how I would say, benefit you having your hands on that cloak.
Excellent. Well then, good luck.
To you as well, Jack. And I'll head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out too.
Alright. So you guys have learned from
You and
Blackjack Mountain.
RT is looking over to Phoebe, and he's like kind of giving her a look as like, we knew that. That was a waste of our time.
Amen, brother.
Alright. Alright.
Hey, he offered you a bit more, and also a little bit of an opportunity to, I guess, buy in to the Queen's men's protection.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what he has offered. So now the choice lies before you. If you do go to the Rat's Nest Tavern, if you do recover a cloak and you don't want to hold on to it yourself, but want to pawn it off, you're competing buyers.
Alright. Well,
To just hold an auction.
Who wants it?
Everybody off.
300 starting.
alright. So how long did it take us to go into the city originally? And then get the delirium that we
It
had?
takes you a couple of hours to make the trek from Emberwood Village to the city. It's a
Okay.
5-mile hike to the outer city limits from Emberwood Village.
Okay, and we have Give or take 7 days to get into the rat's nest, right?
Yeah, he says that it should be thereabouts. You don't know who might be headed over there or at what time, but he guaranteed at least, who knows if he's lying or not, but he said,
Okay.
we're calling off our guys and saying this is a task
Yeah,
for, we've
sure.
already divvied out this task.
All right, so we have like about a week, so like of time that we need to like get on the path to getting to that rat's nest. Okay.
Right. So
Now it's training montage playing in the background. Like, we have 7 days to get stronger.
Bro. I'm sorry,
Let's
there's
get
no 80s
down to
montage.
business.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
done.
exactly. Okay. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to now continue your plan of going into the city, maybe knocking
Yep, I
around
promise.
some gnolls, or what are
Yep,
you
I promise.
hunting? What are you searching for?
Promised Artio that we would, after going there, go and do his little quest thing with the Gnoll. So I'm suggesting that we find Layla and
Yes.
enter the city now. If we can knock out the Gnolls, maybe we can knock off or find a safer passage into the city that maybe knocks off a couple hours.
All right. So, our adventurers, having received a couple of offers to go to the Rat's Nest Tavern and recover a fallen hooded lantern's effects, has decided that they're going to help clear a path into Drakkenheim on the outskirts of the outer city and do some monster hunting. Hopefully for some plunder and also for just for the good of the city itself. As you guys exit Emberwood Village and make your way, thoughts about the events of yesterday come flashing forward. You don't want to spend a night in the haze. And you guys descend into this haze of the city that lingers over it. That weird smell of ozone or lightning crackled air meets your nostrils. And you enter into that weird, dim world of Drakkenheim. Now, I would like from the party, how are you moving through the streets? Fast, normal, slow?
Are we?
Normal.
Well, are we taking the same route as before?
I'm assuming, because you guys were pursued by gnolls along Champion's Way, that you're going to
Yeah.
continue your march down
Okay,
Champion's Way, retracing your steps.
All right. Then
Might be
I don't know.
looking out for gnolls for potential.
It's like
And
we're not going
Um,
fast, right? So we don't want to miss anything.
no.
I'm assuming
Right.
I'm
Can't do that.
back with the party, right? We just
Yes,
Yes, we
assumed
have
that.
found
Layla,
you.
Okay.
We have
after they've
told you
discussed, they
everything.
met up with you, and you're headed along with them now.
Cool.
They've
Perfect.
updated you, I think, on Blackjack Mel's offer. You've updated them on a cheaper place to procure healing potions.
All
So we'll
right.
go ahead and forego the
Good.
dialogue there. And
Perfect.
so you guys are in. What are you looking for, each and every person?
Artio would like to go kind of relatively slow to see if we can spot the gnolls, hopefully in an unprepared situation, to get a
So
jump on them.
you don't mind being more
Or
methodical because this is about hunting. It's not about traversing the city.
yeah, and
Okay.
I'm also hoping that, knowing that little that I know about gnolls, I hope that other adventurers shared the same fortune or maybe worse fortune than we did on the way out of the city, so we might even find delirium with those gnolls since they took it off of adventurers that they killed or chased off or whatever, or even traded
Excellent.
or
Okay.
intimidated, whatever.
So would you guys let me go ahead and first have the party, everybody roll a stealth check. Because you want to be sneaky, you want to try to catch your quarry unprepared.
Okay.
Okay, I love my stealth.
All
What do
right.
we have?
All
All right,
right.
it was a flat rating. You got a 4 from the doctor.
A 16.
Okay,
A
I got
7
a
from Artio.
7,
19, which is
19,
seems very out of character.
Ah, all right, it's all up to you, Layla.
21.
21.
Whoa.
21.
All right. It looks like the good has outweighed the bad. I will say you guys are traveling along at a relatively stealthy pace. Hit I want to say a median stealth of 16. The one roll.
Okay.
There you guys are. Who is trying to track the gnolls?
RTO is.
RTO?
Yeah.
I know it's
Is it only RTO?
No. I know that's the job, so I also am looking out as well as a barbarian can.
I'm looking for delirium.
Delirium?
And I,
What are you looking for, Layla and Phoebe?
I'm going to be in the back, doing my best to hide in the shadows and watch over the group, but also just open my senses to what is around. So just extra alert. That's all. So
Okay.
supporting RTO in the hunt for the gnolls,
Nice.
making sure we're not snuck up on from behind.
Okay. And Phoebe?
Delirium all the way.
Delirium. Okay. RTO and Oris, go ahead and make survival check in order to track the gnolls and search them.
16.
Oris?
16.
16.
Ooh. Nice roll,
Okay.
Boris.
Those who are searching Delirium,
We're
roll
dialed
for
in.
Delirium. This is within your first hour of searching the Outer City ruins. Go for it.
Do we add arcane to it, or?
Arcana. It's Arcana or Investigation for Delirium. Or Survival. Your choice. Arcana, Investigation, Survival.
17. That nice cushy +4.
21.
Dang.
Oh, Phoebe.
She knows exactly what she's looking for.
Yep.
I am a learned scholar.
Mhm.
She's been to school.
All right.
Look at
And
the pile of
then
student debt.
Phoebe, right up Phoebe. Layla, give me a perception check with advantage as you're scouting for hostile threats.
Nope. What?
We rolled 11 twice, but hold on, let me add perception. 12.
Okay. All right.
Worth it.
So, as you guys move your way through Champion's Way, Phoebe, you think you get the hint of some delirium here. You guys enter into this building, and as you're searching along with the doctor, you uncover nothing, unfortunately. However, RTO and Oris hush everybody and push you guys into one of those buildings as they manage to catch ear of the cackling of these gnolls. As they're coming down the road, a couple of wargs in their possession. Looks like it's a trio of gnolls holding back a couple of their wargs, moving through the city. We've caught them unawares. What would you guys like to do?
So we caught like a group of gnolls unaware, yeah?
Yes. There's a trio of gnolls with a couple of wargs.
Is the building that they pushed us into a 2-story?
It's a single story.
Okay. Is there a way to get onto the roof from the back? Or is there a way to go out the back or something? Like,
Um,
they pushed us in from the front. Do we see a way to get out the back of
yeah,
the building?
yeah. I mean, you can exit out the back of the building. There's a back exit.
Right. I'll go ahead and check out the back exit, see if there's any gnollish or wargish
What's
funny
that?
business going on back there.
Okay.
Artio.
There's nothing back there.
Artio, Horace. Do you want me to draw them to a certain area?
What say you then?
It's a
Or can I
good
just
idea.
jump out?
I think we make sure that the doctor and Phoebe stay back and give us some backup from the back lines. And Horace and I take the front, and you come in from the flank.
If there's a way for us to get up top, that should give us some advantage, or at least better eyesight to hit them from a different angle if they focus on you. Saying if we can get
So
through the roof.
It's a single-story house.
Yep.
And we're kind of behind it, and they're out on the opposite side on the street now.
They're walking down the street. If you guys went out the back, you're on the opposite side. Yep.
Okay.
Would it be helpful to bring up a picture diagram?
If we have one, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna reuse the little scene we had last time. It's a good street.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I find more urban settings for us in the future. But for now, let's go ahead and find your characters. If you can help me delete the things we don't need, that'd be awesome. See if I have. And, oh, there you go.
We don't need that one anymore.
I'm still raging. How do I get the rage off?
You don't.
Oh, you goofball. So, I'm gonna say that they are
Let me flip
traveling
that up
down
over
the
here.
street. Let's put you guys in this house right here. You guys are on the back side, and you're going to see them approaching from this direction. From
Okay.
the north, they're heading south.
Okay. So
And
yeah,
I'm gonna
Here we go.
we're out
going
here.
to let's see here. Mark them with the ranger. Since they are carrying long bows.
How many wargs?
Say what?
You said how many wargs were with them?
Let's see. Was that the token I want to use? Yes, token I want to use. There's 2 wargs with them. So I'm gonna put. Oh, I got a token. Here we go.
Sounds good.
The wargs are in front, and the wargs are larger as well.
So
So
we're
they're
out
holding. Yeah, they're kind of holding out with a couple of these large wargs here, coming down the street.
All right. Yeah. No, this is where I want to be on top of a building, so that's okay. Is there? Do I see any way to get on top of this building?
To get on top,
Yeah, like on the roof.
you got to climb on it.
Yeah.
You got to climb. It's easy enough to maneuver yourself, especially if you're getting
Yeah.
help from another person.
All
Can
right.
I try
I'm
to give
ready.
him a push?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and if you guys rolled.
Artio, help me. There's, yeah, thank you.
Wow. Well,
Yes, I'm on this roof now. Everybody else has been
perfect. Phoebe 2 is on the roof, right?
I don't know. Does
Phoebe,
she
did
want
you
to
climb
be
on the roof?
Does she want to be on the roof?
Layla, are you on the roof?
No, I don't really have much range.
Okay. Um,
Okay.
Then-
Sorry, I'm on the bottom
Uh,
story in the house.
got it.
Oh boy, that's okay.
They're moving up. That's good.
45.
Yep, they're
I
moving
will-
up. While you guys are
Mhm.
continuing to
Um,
position yourselves.
DM, since we have since they don't see us, do we have a setup round?
Yes, you do.
Nice.
Sweet.
Let's
Okay.
go ahead and do that now. Then let's
Shit.
let's have you guys roll initiative.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do it. Nice.
What is it? That's my initiative.
20.
19.
Beautiful. 5.
Idea now.
Good that we have a setup round.
Right. 17.
6.
Oh my god.
Who is 17 Doctor?
Yes.
Phoebe, what'd you roll?
6.
Okay.
Yes, look at the husks of Drakkenheim.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry.
Hey, get that out of here. All right. So, what would you guys like to do with your setup round?
Okay.
Attack!
Oh, we're coming closer. Nice.
Yep,
Um,
there is so close.
Forrest, why are you running
Artio-
towards them?
No. Well, we're trying to get them, right?
How sneaky do we want to be?
Artio
Do we just want to jump
is
out and
gonna
surprise
use-
them?
Yes, get a surprise round in on them.
Well,
You guys,
Artio is gonna use his action to cast Entangle again on those guys.
Right now?
Well, as soon as they're in range for us.
yeah. I'd like to
They're
get
walking down
into
the
the
street.
rubble and be
Okay.
ready to pounce out when I can.
Yep. you can.
All right.
Okay.
So
Alright.
whenever he entangles, that's when I'm gonna start jumping out.
Say
Alright.
when.
All right. I'm
Artio.
gonna entangle
And-
now.
Hold on.
Well-
Artio,
Alright.
Artio, how much gold would it take for you to cast Entangle on the gnome?
Not much
Sorry, what?
time to debate. Go for it.
I'm
They're
just
moving.
trying to find I'm trying to find my thingy, the square.
Do it. Oh my gosh.
It's a winter wonderland.
That's all I have,
Winter
unfortunately.
Wonder.
It's that big.
And I needed 20 by 20. So I cast Entangle on that whole group here.
Wow.
As an action, that's a DC 13 strength check or be restrained.
Okay, DC 13 strength. Okay. For the gnolls, you said how much? 13?
13, yeah.
Alright, I've got an 18, a 14, and a 16. For the
Oh,
gnolls.
that worked out well.
For the wards, I got a natural 1
Nice.
and an
Nice.
11. So
Nice.
you focus primarily on those big beasties. The gnolls in the back are able to kind of maneuver out of it as soon as these roots come entangling there.
And then as my bonus action, Artio lets out a big old howl, and you see how his skin kind of splits and fur comes out underneath his skin, and Artio turns into a dire wolf.
Ooh. Alright.
Big dire wolf, gosh darn.
Ah.
10 feet. It's a large creature.
Gosh darn, okay. Now I'm wishing I
And-
could.
What?
Horace, ride him into battle.
Oh my god.
And the
I wouldn't
dire
have-
wolf bounces over here, uses his movement to get to the back of these gnolls, these two. I guess I can't catch 3 over the edge. I don't know if I can. Like I want to
Uh,
get as many as possible. I guess they're all in within 5 feet of me now. Like all the squares edge,
yeah, you
right?
can
So
position yourself right here, and then yeah, you're within 5 feet of all of them.
yeah, even on the side. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do with my action, I guess.
Okay, so you
Or
guys
my
notice
turn.
this drop. He transforms. Doc, Horus, Layla, Phoebe, what you do?
Well, wait. So he runs out there.
Yep.
So this is
I am going to hold up. Where's the measuring tape? Measure.
You're good. You can run. You can get there.
Yeah, I can get there. Can I get to like this funny little?
Yes, you can.
It's one of the gnolls. I'm gonna do
Run over
that.
there.
Oh, hold up. Gotta bring my guy over there.
Okay.
I am going to. So I moved. I have. I'm just gonna
Bonus
take
action,
a.
action.
What?
Bonus action, action. What you got? You gonna
Oh,
rage?
bonus.
Not rage?
Yeah, I'm gonna rage. So then that should be so actions. And we took a long. Did we take a long
Yeah,
rest?
we're
Good
all good.
lord.
We're all
Okay.
full.
For sure. So then I'm gonna have one set of rage, and I am going to take a swing with my great club. Roll to hit, right?
Yep.
All right. Nat 20.
I guess you can
wow.
be reckless after all. Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage. That's 2d12 plus 4.
Yep. So
Brought to you
D12,
by Only Chris.
D12.
Ho, 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 ho.
All right. Wow, that's really feast and famine. So 12 and a 1 for damage, and then plus
Plus
the
4.
plus 4, so 17 damage.
17 damage. Alright. This gnoll that you've whacked, you completely, like, pummeled him. He looks to be critically injured.
Nice. Yep, and I think that's my turn.
He's no longer laughing. Okay. Layla, Phoebe, Doctor, what are you going to do?
All right. I'm going to run up. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm going to run up and punch that dude. I reach him through the entanglement.
Yep, punch the ward.
Mhm, and
And punch the warg.
you punch with advantage.
Yes.
He's restrained.
Okay. All right. So that would be 21.
Alright, that's a hit.
Sweet. Okay, that's 5 damage, and I'd like to go ahead and hit. Actually, I'm gonna use my bonus action to. No, we're fine. We're good. She's cocky. Let's hit him again. And 15.
Hits.
You do that with advantage again, right?
Yes, I did. I also just
All
rolled
of
my
those
d4
are
off the
with
table, so let me
advantage,
try
yeah.
again. Ooh, 5 or not 5, 6 plus 2. Yeah, 6 damage.
Alright, you hear the
Nice.
as you're like, poom, poom. This is a large beast, but you're hitting it right in those spots that hurt. Okay, Doc. Or Phoebe.
Maybe you can go.
Okay. I'm going to just slide over.
That's
Yeah,
not
well,
Okay.
just here-ish. 30 speed walking. And then I'm gonna missile one of them.
Which one?
Good question. Let's go. I don't know. Let's go for the
All of them.
closest one here. That won't hit Layla, right? Like I can
Hmm.
control what angle they go at,
Oh,
or no?
they're auto hit, autopilot. Yep.
Yeah, you can literally go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They're like homing missiles.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay, I'm
Alright.
going to magic
Go
missile
ahead
them then.
Roll your. Are you going to put all the missiles on the one?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 1d4, and then we're going to multiply that by 3, and then add 3 to it.
You said add 3 to my roll?
Wait, it's like 3 missiles, right?
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled. The first one was a 5.
Nice.
Second
Wait.
is a 2.
Okay, yeah. You'd roll it that
Okay.
way.
I
That's
know,
fine.
because I was like, I thought last time I rolled 3 times.
You can go ahead and do that. It's fine. We don't have any
Okay.
modifiers, yeah.
Got it. 5, 2,
You just rolled the max. Do it.
and 4. 5, 2, 4.
5, 2, 4. All right. What is that? 11? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
This one looks critically wounded here. Having taken a few shots, and it's a pummel from the magic missiles. Looking critically hurt, this ward. All right, Doc, you're up. You've seen all this go down. Take your shot.
Oh, yep. I'm going to cast Poison Needle onto this giant ward right here.
All right, is it attack roll? Go for it.
Yep, it's a tackle. It's a lovely, fun tackle. Make a ranged spell attack. Oh boy. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay, well.
That's rough,
Then I'm
Doc.
Yep. That's what
How
happens
unlucky
when I
for you,
get there.
Doctor. Your poison needle impales
Wait a
one of the
second.
roots.
Doctor, you have advantage.
Oh,
It's restrained.
Oh, I thought you rolled advantage. It sounded like you had a bunch of dice.
no. I was rolling damage plus that.
Oh, okay.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
God.
Your poison needle goes straight into one of the roots, entangling the beast. You're like, how unlucky am I? Anything else you'd like to do, Doctor?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back down here so I'm out of so let's see. 5, 10. Yep, I'm gonna hunker down so that if hopefully this little lip right here protects me and there's no line of sight from these 3.
Excellent. Okay. Well, that was your setup surprise round there. They all miserably failed their initiative rolls here. So that means we're back to Horace. You are top in initiative.
All right. Well, I'm still raging. I am going to take my. I'm going to take another swing at that guy. I see his weakness, so I take advantage of it. So I'm going to great club him.
Good.
All right. Does a 13 hit?
All right, you connect.
All right. Here we go.
Wow.
And actually, yeah, go ahead and roll.
So it's D6 plus because I got an 8, so it's plus 2,
No,
and then because
no.
I'm raging.
No.
No.
1d12.
Oh no! Sorry.
D12. All time. You now
Yep,
have only
yep,
one dice to worry about because
Yep,
you're subclass. 1d12.
Alrighty.
The dice to rule them
shit.
all.
Okay,
One
so
dice to
10?
rule. One die.
Yeah, so
Okay.
10 is that plus 4 still?
Yep, 14 damage. How would you like to do this?
All right, so I hit it,
Nice.
I bashed it, and it's like falling on the ground. I almost like lop its head off. Like I just decapitate him with my club.
Boom.
And as he falls to the ground, I just scream out in bloody furor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do? Would you like to close the gap with anybody? Anything with your
Yeah,
movement?
I'm gonna move in.
Okay.
Right there, and that's. Can my bonus action be to ready an action?
No.
Okay, no then that's my turn.
All right. Thank you, Layla.
All right, sorry. Welcome to our new follower. And so Layla's going to go ahead and punch him again. Let's
All right.
keep the good vibes rolling.
Punch him.
Ooh, thank goodness for the advantage because that was a nat 1.
Ooh.
Nice.
Followed by a not natural 20.
Okay.
Roll
That
damage.
works, I think.
5 damage.
5 damage. How would you like to do this?
Are you serious?
Whoa!
Yep.
Gosh.
Between you and Phoebe, that thing took a lot of damage already.
Ooh, okay. He's pretty large, right? How
We-
can I reach his head?
You're a monk. You can jump.
I
You
can
can
jump
do
and do
whatever.
whatever. All right, cool. So,
As long as you make a kung fu sound while you do it.
so with the, oh, it was just one punch this time. I didn't even need the second blow.
One punch Layla.
Yes. So I jump up and hit him in the jaws with an uppercut that just whoosh, makes him fly upward and crash to the ground.
All right. Boom. This beast hits the floor. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I have bonus actions. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to, can I go and hit another person?
Yes, you can. You can run up to the next ward or flank one of these gnolls up here. You can make it even through this difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the next big guy. We're right in that high.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. And this guy's also entangled, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Restrained.
Let's go with the 19.
Hits.
Only 2 damage this or sorry, plus 2, 3 damage this time. Because I can count.
Sounds good. And then
Nice.
you got a smack on him. The warg's eyes meet you with this fury and wants to break free and taste your blood. All right,
Good luck.
Doctor.
Alright, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15 here. Gonna hit the big ward with another poison needle, or attempt to. Does a 22 hit?
Of course.
You have advantage too, don't forget.
Yep, that was with the advantage. The other one was a
Nice.
10.
I'm just saying it because even if you hit, the chance is there for a critical hit. A lot
Yeah.
of people overlook that.
8 damage.
All right. 8 poison.
Nice.
Yes.
You don't
8
need
poison
critical hits.
No.
Okay. Doc, anything else? Oh, you head back.
Back at it.
Doc is popping back.
Phoebe.
You just see the little mask go.
Yeah. Someone would think
Um,
it's just a raven sitting on that roof.
Nothing to see here. Okay, me again?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna missile the big one. The next big one. Okay. A 3, a 5, and a 3.
And then you add the 3 extra damage, right? Oh, wait, no, you already did. Okay,
Yeah.
3. So another 11.
Weird with the 11s tonight.
And this
Nice.
one looks critically injured as well here.
Beautiful.
Good, we love to see it.
Taking out the big beasties. All right. Anything else, Phoebe?
Nope, I'm good where I'm at.
All right. Phoebe's
I ain't
feeling
getting any
still back there.
closer.
RTO, our dire wolf. Your turn.
Wow, you rolled really bad. I rolled a 5.
They rolled 4.
Oh, wow.
Wow. All right. The dire wolf just being here in front. The dire wolf will take a bite out of that first gnoll right in front of him, and the dire wolf has pack tactics, meaning that if a ally is within 5 feet of the creature that I'm attacking, I get advantage on that attack roll,
Nice.
which is I needed that. That is a 16.
Okay, that hits.
Nice. And then that is for a bite. I bite down That's 2d6 plus 3. And that is 6 damage on the bite.
It sink into the
And-
gnoll and it yelps.
As a bonus action, I kind of whack as I bite, I also shake my head and kind of knock that guy around for my bonus action unarmed strike, which is a wow, yeah, that was important. 23.
Yep.
And that whole thing hits for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Alright. This gnoll looks pretty rough. It's become bloody.
Nice. And I'm staying where I am.
Okay.
Shifting a
It is
little
now
bit. Kind of like
their
that.
turn. And the gnolls look at you with hatred, animosity. They know they've been whipped. The one on your left, RTO, to our viewers here is the right one here. The one on your left goes ahead and tries to pierce you with his spear. Takes both hands and attempts to plunge it at you. That is an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Nope. He whiffs wildly. Next one turns around at Oris and attempts to just reach over and bite you, Oris.
Mm.
Okay.
He's mad. He's been beaten up. That's an 11 to hit.
Oh my. Wait. No.
No. Okay. He misses as well, but the warg is looking at you, Layla,
Mm-hmm.
is restrained and attempts to break free of their strength. So it's going to be a strength right against that entangle.
Yep.
Wait, check. Right. That is a 9. No, he's trying to break out
13.
to properly get to you, snapping at you from behind the vines, but cannot get through the strength of his entangle.
Nice.
Okay, that is their turn. So, Oris.
All right. I am just gonna keep on going with my rage. I am going to go at the closest gnoll right now. So I don't have advantage with this, right?
You could if you reckless attack.
Okay. And then reckless attack really quick is reckless attack when you make your first attack. Advantage. Okay. Rolls again. I'm going to reckless attack against this individual.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Well,
that. All right. A 19, just now normal 19.
hits.
Alrighty. Here we go. Beep 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 beep. And so 9, 10, 11, 12. So 13 damage to that one right there.
13. It is gone.
All right. I kind of just keep
Wow.
on doing the same
Nice.
thing,
All
you know.
right.
Fort. Stomping
Okay,
off
and move.
heads.
Oh,
Yeah, and then I'm gonna close the gap.
you got it. Layla.
All right. You know what I'm gonna do?
Yep.
Nat 20.
Oh jeez.
What
Nat
is
20.
going on today?
So
2 net 20s within like 10 minutes? Solid.
They were
yeah.
destined
Okay,
for
so
death.
how do I roll double? This has not happened to
Mhm.
me, so.
Yep, your damage dice are doubled.
All right. And do I add my normal bonus to each, right?
Yep.
All right.
Only once.
Just once.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
only
dice
one.
are doubled and the
Dice are doubled the regular. That's
bonus
right.
is
7
once.
points of
Yeah.
damage
Okay,
Nice.
for my first attack.
you got it. And it is defeated.
Ah! Woohoo!
Oh,
All right. This time, instead of slamming up, I jump and slam it down to the ground.
Boom. You gotta keep that balance as a monk.
Yes, very important.
All right, what would you like to do now?
Let's attack the last one. I want to go punch something. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that one doesn't have advantage, correct? That one's not
No.
entangled. All right, so
Well,
that was
you're actually no. You're flanking him from behind now. I'm going to give you advantage
oh
because you're completely behind this guy. He doesn't see you coming. He
he's scared of the
Alright.
raging halfling. Got
14.
two of his friends.
14. All right, it's a hit.
Ooh, all right. Yes, max damage 6.
Nice.
All right, good job. Boom. Knock this guy from behind. Stumbles over a little bit. That brings us to Doctor's turn.
Alright. Going to 10 right here. Going to do another poison needle. Oh, wait. It's 11. 11 plus what? 4, 15.
Hits.
Well. Alright. 7 damage. 7 poison damage.
All right. Again, your hit lands. It sinks into it. This gnoll is looking bloodied here. Again, a couple of hits from behind. And Dr. Nara retreats. All right, Phoebe.
Yes. Good old fashioned missiles on our last friend here.
Oh my gosh. We really want him to die.
Yes. Well, that's the
Who's-
name of the game, unfortunately for this
fate?
guy. Okay, 4, 4, and 4. Consistency is key.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
This
that's
is the magic
fancy.
missile.
I
Flying.
love that.
So you rolled a 4, 4, and a 4.
I love that for
Yes.
you.
How would you
Well-
like to do this?
Ooh. I think his stomach just explodes.
Oh jeez.
Don't get guts all over my fur.
It's too late.
Over like
It's
3
too late.
people.
It's too late. It happened very, very quickly.
And you guys have redeemed yourselves from your last fight of
Nice.
chaos and
Yes.
insanity to a cleanly executed just sweep of these gnolls and these wargs in the middle of the street.
We
Well
ain't making the
done.
same mistake twice.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys want to see if they're holding any loot from any adventurers?
Absolutely.
Scavenge.
Yeah.
Who's going to look
Um,
in? Which gnolls? Who's going to investigate the gnolls? Who they belong
Can-
to? Yeah.
Can I look around as in my dire wolf form and kind of see if I perceive like either if I see some delirium around or if I smell something else on the air, just to check what's going on around us.
Okay, make a perception check using your smell.
Oh, I rolled an 18 twice. That's beautiful with my perception plus 5, so 23.
Okay. You catch on the wind the smell of something absolutely horrendous about a block away. It gives you the scent of that weird, fleshy kind of grotesque, fleshy abomination that you remember you smelt when that man transformed in the camp on that first night. You catch a whiff of it about a block away. Other than that, you don't smell, let's say, the scent of a kind of delirium or something like that.
Okay. Also, I dropped my concentration on the entanglement.
All right. Since Layla, Oris, and Artio are by the gnolls, I want each of you to roll a d20 as a loot roll for each gnoll.
Okay.
Just straight, correct?
Straight loot roll.
10.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
9.
9. All right. So let's see here. Okay. So you guys are searching upon their corpses, and a combined search reveals that they had procured some coin purses. Whether it's the gnolls' own, but it's probably doubtful, but probably things that they pillaged off of the other creatures or other creatures they've attacked. You notice that one of them still has a severed hand that's clutching this coin purse, and in that coin purse is 16 gold pieces. 16 gold pieces procured from this event here in the city.
Artio is kind of trying to look at the group back and forth to the direction that block away where the scent came from, and is kind of like whining, like
Oh god.
kind of like scared puppy whine. Trying desperately to find a way to communicate with you guys.
Do I need to roll insight? Do I need to roll to try to understand him?
No. I'm
Okay.
gonna say you realize that he is afraid or showing a apprehension
So
of
I'll
something.
ask a threat.
A threat, yeah.
Where is it, boy?
Just hide or fight. Nod for hide. Shake for fight.
Nod.
Hide. All right, everyone, get to me. I can hide us. Let's go back to the house.
All right.
And sprint towards
I
the
do
house.
I do it. I follow her.
Yep.
So I'm sprinting back towards you. Let's see. This way. And then can we go inside?
Yeah, you guys can go into the house.
Right.
That's
So
fine.
as they gather up, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. Everybody now has a +10 to their stealth, is that correct?
Nice.
Correct.
Wow.
Yes, we are masked. We are masked from detection. So yeah, +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks, and we cannot be tracked except by magical means.
Nice.
With that, feeling empowered, Artio is kind of composing himself again and kind of starts coming out and trying to kind of scout a little bit in the direction where he smelt that.
I call it, stay within
Could I do
30
that?
feet. Unless we all move together. We have to stay
Wait,
within
is that
30
how it
feet.
works?
There we go. That will be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
It says for the duration,
Nice.
each creature you choose within 30 feet of you.
No, he gets to move wherever. He doesn't have to be
Oh.
within constantly.
Just
Never
while you
mind.
cast it. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, never mind. Go for it.
Is it up north?
Yes.
I'm just gonna try to go up north, and I don't know how far I can go before I see something or proceed, like,
Yeah.
see what's going on.
Well, as you look up there, you notice something extremely disturbing.
Can I go with him? Is it too late?
He has
We
ran
talked
off.
about partners. Damn it, Artie.
You didn't get the
Arthur wasn't
memo.
too keen on the partners.
Buddy system.
You notice that
Oh, boy.
along the walls of this street, they're covered in thick, fleshy growths. Their eyes and mouths protruding from this wall, and it looks like a couple of strange, fleshy creatures are like peeling themselves off the wall and falling and shambling across the street. Uh, yeah, and that some of the faces and mouths on the wall are kind of babbling incoherent things.
Hmm. As I perceive that I'm in dire wolf form still, I'm gonna hustle back and then shapeshift out of it to tell my companions what I've seen. So I convey that to you, and Artio is like, this is not good. What do you want to do? I don't know if we still have the strength to fight our way through this.
Can we just go another way?
Should we recuperate, or should we look another way? Should we rest up here for a little bit? Would anyone profit from a rest? But I think we're all uninjured.
Yeah, I don't think we took much.
Oh, I didn't take any.
I'm fine.
Maybe we should take advantage of our stealthy movement thanks to Layla and see if we can scout ahead in a different direction. What would you say?
Sounds like a good
Absolutely.
idea.
We have up to an hour. But I cannot
Right,
cast
nice.
it again. It's quite tiring. Quite taxing.
Let this be then, maybe perhaps the last thing we accomplish tonight, which is while you're under the cover of Layla's pass without a trace, would you like to search for something else, find something else within the city in another hour that you have?
Yeah, I would still like to search for delirium.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you guys wanted to find some more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe even the nest of gnolls, if there is such a
We
thing.
can split up and maybe
Nope.
can
No. Do not stray from the doctor.
Oh, we do
Alright.
have stealth, so
I
that is
think-
tempting.
Arturio is kind of Artio. I'm always saying Arturio now. Artio is driven by that idea of the gnolls and that there must be someone else around, and he's very, very strongly of the opinion that he needs to go and find them.
Then I would like.
You should look for the delirium. I'm good, believe me. I can always run back to the village if I have to.
Why don't I go with you?
Don't worry
We
about
talked about a buddy system.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let's just go with and find the gnolls. Perhaps we find more delirium with
I would
gnolls.
not want to risk you guys here. I didn't tell you, but I had this weird dream last night after we got back, and it was about a big gnoll, and I think it has something to do. It's more than a dream, and I think I need to find it out for myself.
Oh. I had a dream vision last
How
night
about-
too.
Wow.
It was quite nice. I achieved it today.
I
That's
understand,
beautiful.
Arturio. If this is something you must do on your own, then
Perhaps it was a warning.
My friends, I will need to do this. It weighs heavy on me, and I feel that connection just tugging on me. But
And-
I promise we will meet again soon. If anything goes south, I will just run back to the village.
I understand. Safe travels.
Be well. And I guess Arturo.
Hey guys,
God, I
how mad
am-
would you be if I follow him?
No.
I wouldn't
No?
be mad.
I mean, I feel like he needs backup. Like, no one should be alone in this city.
He
I
needs
wouldn't
to
be
do
concerned
it.
about us being mad. Be concerned about him being mad when he turns around and sees you there after he said he
Well,
wanted to be alone.
I
And
am
then
pretty
He needs to
stealthy.
do this on his
don't
own.
split the
Do
party.
it as his own personal quest.
You'd be splitting the party even more.
Oh, RTO is off. For now.
Dreams are
Whatever
so important.
Layla decides.
And what's tricky is if he wants to be untraceable, he is imbued with pass without a trace.
Yep.
Oh God. Whatever.
All right. With Artio's absence, are the rest of you going to search for delirium one last time
Yeah,
guess,
before
yeah.
for this
Delirium.
hour? All right. Then give
Yeah.
me your Arcana investigation or survival roll for the remaining party members. And also, you can take an advantage of this as well, Horace. You can roll your choice of
Okay.
Arcana, investigation, or survival.
a soft 20.
Top 20.
I got a 15.
15.
16.
16. All right. You guys. Layla.
11.
11. All right. Another hour goes by. No hint of delirium. I need each of you to roll a d20, with the exception of Artio,
Okay.
to see if there's a random encounter that rolls up.
Okay. 13.
17.
Okay.
5.
5.
And an 18.
Okay. For the time being, streets seem quiet. And that is where we'll end for today.
All right.
Oh.
Go. You guys are in the city, continuing your hunt for delirium and monsters, trying to bulk yourselves up before taking on the Rat's Nest Tavern or any other quest.
Nice.